Pueblo has great artists and art galleries that are exploring new ways to showcase their work during this holiday season. This episode features the studio practice of Jenn de Groot, Katie Velarde, and Jill Starkey, and their growing art business. 3 Pueblo galleries are also featured with their holiday shows, markets, and online options. Join me as we look at their studio practice and their methods for selling holiday art in the time of COVID. Jenn de Groot is a Pueblo artist originally from Maryland. Her work can be found around town with new available work for the holidays at ARTISAN Textile Company. She has been drawing and painting since she was a child. After weathering some storms in her life, she finds the relative simplicity of the creative process to be very healing and meditative. She draws inspiration from the southwestern landscapes. She loves to repurpose old wooden shelves, windows, and blocks to use as canvases. When creating her mountainscapes, she aims to present the way a certain range or vista made her feel when she first saw it. The emotional role of the landscapes, the peaceful flow of the rivers, the resilience of the ponderosa pines, and the playful energy of the aspens. She never gets tired of experiencing these landscapes in person. They always elicit an intrinsical, childlike kind of joy and introspection. Her mountainscapes reflect these moments and are all about movement, detail, and joy. When she creates graphic design pieces or handmade cards, it feels more simple. Her goal is to communicate a statement to her audience, and she has the room to be more playful with these pieces. They offer light-hearted relief from the intensity of her larger projects. Jenn uses a variety of materials to create her one-of-a-kind pieces. When working on paper, she uses micro pens and permanent markers. The tiny tips of the markers allow her to include the smallest details. As she's increased the scale of her projects to use wooden and glass canvases, she started to use acrylic paint while keeping her brushes small. She's been painting and drawing for over 12 years and has always favored high contrast designs. Most of her work is black and white. She finds the stark simplicity of the black and white palette allows her to focus more deeply on conveying her emotions about a piece. Most of Jenn's work is based on reference photographs. She's traveled quite a bit around the Southwest, camping, hiking, and backpacking. She takes a lot of photos during these trips, which she uses for her paintings back in her studio. When doing portraiture, she always works from photographs, as most of her pieces are commissions coming from family and friends back on the East Coast. Jenn works from her studio in a spare room of her townhouse. It's a room that is a peaceful place, brimming with golden energy and light. She can be found on her website and Instagram, Jaybirds Design, and for holiday shopping at Artisan Textile Company. Katie Velarde is a Pueblo artist working in gemstones. Katie began creating gemstone bracelets in 2013 as a hobby and for friends and family. It quickly developed into her business. She opened an Etsy shop in February 2014 and sold to family and friends by request. The request grew, and so did her passion for curating ethically sourced and authentic gemstones for certain properties. She focused on chakras and the energy centers in the beginning, along with diffuser bracelets that included lava stones. As she became busier, she realized that there was an opportunity to make her hobby and passion her business. In the fall of 2016, she did her first in-person vendor show and was hooked. She finds handmade markets to be particularly personal and meaningful. She loves connecting with people and talking to them about their needs. She currently works on designs to make sure the color aesthetics and gemstone combinations are the most healing and compatible combinations possible for each purpose designed. When creating a new bracelet, she takes into consideration the properties that she would like each piece to emanate. She researches stones that offer these properties and then looks at which stones are most compatible both energetically and visually. She then designs on bead boards until she gets the design that resonates with her heart. Katie also practices aromatherapy and loves to pair gemstone properties with essential oils to bring nature into the homes of anyone open to natural soothing and healing methods. Katie works from home and the hours vary based on what is happening in her life that day or when the creative juices are flowing. With the business growing, her husband is a huge help and their 2 children even pitch in during busy times. Both Katie and her husband are born and raised in Pueblo, and it is great to be supported by this amazing community. She's often asked about her business name, Glitter Zen. She loves glitter and anything that sparkles, and her creation time was her Zen time, so the name was a combination of her love and peace. You can find Katie's work in Pueblo at Colorado Collective on the Riverwalk, Pueblo Holistic Wellness Center, Longevity Chiropractic, vendor fairs and handmade markets, and her website, glitterzen.com. Noted in Artscape magazine as one of Colorado's top art spaces, the John Doe Art Gallery is located on both floors of the historic Turf Exchange building, an 1881 casino, dance hall, and brothel at 221 South Union Avenue. The skylit loft gallery showcases a large selection of original art by many of the region's leading artists. The gallery is open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5 p.m. and Saturday 12 to 5 p.m. and is following all of COVID-19 protocols. Visit them in person or on their website for all holiday art at johndoeartgallery.com. Blowback Gallery features thought-provoking, mixed-media contemporary art in Pueblo's award-winning creative corridor. Their holiday show features 161 artworks, ranging in scale and price for all holiday budgets. The show runs until December 23rd with appointment, online shopping, and curbside pickup available. Visit the virtual gallery at blowbackgallery.com. Jill Starkey is a Pueblo artist working primarily in pastels and acrylics. After nearly 35 years in San Luis Valley, she moved to Beulah in 2000 and into Pueblo in 2007. She loves Pueblo and the vibrant art community here. Jill has worked in pastels since 2000, and she loves them as they are most forgiving medium she can imagine. However, she was originally an oil painter from a very young age. She started oils in 1961 when she was 11, and her mother passed her paints on to her. For the next 30 years, that was her medium. In 1996, she became very ill due to an overuse of sign enamels from her sign painting business of several decades. In 2000, she was introduced to pastels, and the rest is history. About 5 years ago, she realized she was missing a brush in her hand, and unwilling to do oils again, she decided to try acrylics. She's been engaged with that medium ever since. She splits her time fairly evenly between pastels and acrylics now. When in the studio, Jill traditionally works from a photo of her own or a friend's with permission. She also does the occasional still life in her studio, especially when her flowers are in full bloom. She works from her photo directly onto the paper or canvas with an idea of what she would like to see. She also works plein air with the Urban Sketchers and on her own. You can see Jill's work on her Facebook page and at Still City Artworks. Still City Artworks at 216 South Union Avenue is featuring a holiday show entitled Home is Where the Art Is. They have the store decorated and lots of potential holiday gifts. They are also having several sales of buy one, get one half off or 20% off. They are open by appointment and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday 12 to 4. They are following all COVID-19 protocols and also have art masks for sale. Visit them in person or their website at stillcityartworks.com. And a special thank you to these artists and galleries for sharing their practice and artwork for this holiday season.